Roads are the way. Yeah.
So demeaning.
I like that. Anything demeaning is something right up my alley.
Oh.
So check it out. This got added late. It means that somebody more famous than me canceled. So if you're listening to this right now, I am probably en route or am already in Baltimore, Maryland, the city that reads, Charm City. Congratulations on your 2012/2013 Ravens season. That was the most improbable, fantastic game it was one of the best games I've ever seen. And your next game is until Sunday, which means you have shit you need to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which means you're coming to see me one of those nights. I'm at Magoobies. How about that?
How do you spell that?
I think you spell that M and then A.
Mac.
Goobies. Goobies. I wish I had a better spelling for you, but I will in a moment have it for you because I'm currently in the process of looking it up.
Just
I found
Google it.
Magoobys. That's Magoobies Joke House, voted the best club, Baltimore 2012. It's awesome. It's actually in Timonium, Maryland. I will be there. One show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. That's it. It was just added less than a week ago, and I'm really excited to be going back. So come see me, Maryland, Baltimore, the greater Northern Virginia area.
Is Baltimore still the murder capital or
No?
Not anymore. It was at one point.
Murder capital this past year was Chicago.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, they had over 500 murders, which is really something. And then the next week I'll be in Cleveland at the Cleveland Improv.
Okay.
January, what is it? 24, 25, 26, 27. Yep. And the week after I'll be in Livonia, Michigan at Joey's. So that's where you can see me. Mommies, please come out. I would love to see you. What about you, Jeans?
Jeans, I too added a last minute thing. I'm going to be at the Atlanta Punchline. That's ATL in Georgia.
Atlanta.
Hallelujah.
I ain't gonna lie, there's just too many black folk here.
January 25th through 27th. So that's coming up pretty quick. After that, January 31st through February 2nd, comics at Foxwood Comedy Club and Bar. I'm contractually obligated to say that. That is in Mashantucket, Connecticut. And then I also just added the Stardome in Hoover, Alabama.
I've heard great things about that. You didn't know? I'm telling you, people have been talking about that club for years.
I'm excited. I think it's a pretty big deal. I think so. February 7th through the 10th, I'll be at the Stardome, and I'm excited. I've never done Alabama.
Quick question.
What?
Can you get me in there?
I offered you to come with me. Remember, you were like, "I'm not doing that. I gotta be in LA."
Can you do me a favor? Could you get me in there?
Only if you could hook me up with Magoobies.
I mean, I'll drop your name. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we're Stardome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Stardome, and then if you're looking forward in February 14th through 17, Washington DC Improv.
You got the DC Improv too?
Yeah.
Wow, you getting like the best rooms, man.
Well, this is my first year doing them. Let's not get excited.
Yeah.
Let's see if they ask me back.
That's the real key, but
that's really the challenge.
Those are some good rooms.
Thanks, Tom.
I'm really impressed.
I'm impressed. I'm excited.
Can I, if I give you a DVD, could you pass it on?
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds like fun. All right, Jeans. Well, this episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by our good friends at Stamps.com. Maybe you haven't heard yet, but guess what?
What?
Postage rates are changing again.
What?
You know what that means?
No.
The post office will be even more crowded than usual. That's why we use Stamps.com. We can buy and print official U.S. postage right from our diggity desk using our own computer and printer. By the way, it only took us 3 months. I told you today that we should move the printer from across the room to next to us.
Yeah.
So that every time we print like postage and stuff, we don't have to get up, grab it, and then come back because there's a perfect space here to put that in. Are we retarded?
Yeah. No, Tom, we've been doing this across the room for about 3 years. No, I would say since we've lived together, boo.
Right, but in this new place,
08.
like This is perfect right here. Pull
No,
it
I
right
know.
off. Collectively, that's going to save us a few hours a year.
So stupid.
So listen, stamps.com always updates the postage. That means if you went and you bought, I got 48-cent stamps, and they're like, well, they're 51, you jerk off.
Which is what they do.
Then you got to go buy a bunch of 2-cent, your 3-cent penny stamps. You don't have to do that. Unlike those postage meter companies, stamps.com never charges a fee to do it. It just happens. So with stamps.com, you'll always get the exact postage you need, any letter or postage the instant you need it. You'll never have to go back to the post office again. We've been using it. All the people that ordered, I'm sorry of that slight delay through December. We were gone. I sent out every back-ordered thing that came in while we were gone for the holidays. Thank you for ordering it. Thank you for being patient and not threatening us with some type of violence.
Yeah.
So here's a special offer. Right now, we have a special offer for you. If you use the promo code MOM, M-O-M, you get a no-risk trial, $110 bonus offer, including a digital scale, and up to $55 in free postage. You go to stamps.com. Before you do anything else, click on the microphone at the top of the right-hand page. Type in M-O-M. That's stamps.com. Enter M-O-M, and you'll get the special offer. You can also always go to your mom's house podcast.com, where we have a banner on the page that'll take you right to that offer. And we appreciate all of you that have tried it. A lot of you have, and you have positive things to say. And we also should go out of our way to tell many, many of you who we don't have the time or opportunity to thank you every time you send us your tweets about ordering stuff from us on Amazon. That's really fucking cool of you.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. And we appreciate all you that have tried, all our other sponsors. Some of you have, tried Sherry's Berries, and you've tried...
What's up, Sherry?
Sup, Sherry? Or you've tried Gamefly. And anyways, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for trying it. And thank you for supporting by getting a lot of our cool merch. The new Real Mommies
how
Only
fun.
shirts have been selling great. So thank you for supporting it. The Wipe Down collection, many of you have... gotten that, where you get the Top Dog shirt plus all the albums, the poster. So thank you, and please continue to do that so that we can continue to do this.
Yeah, and thanks for coming out to our live shows, you guys. That makes all the difference.
This is really officially, even though we've had shows up since the New Year, this feels like our first. It's our New Year show because the other ones were pre-recorded because we were on the road.
Yeah.
So
We've got so much to catch up on.
oh my God, so much.
The last
So much.
episode with Mary Lynn we recorded before we even went to San Francisco, and that was back in December.
Before Christmas.
So we've got some shit to catch up on. But before that, you guys check out All Things Comedy. Right now, Harlan Williams, you might remember him from, he's in a bunch of movies. What's Harlan known for, would you say?
The most popular role he ever had, I think, would be in is it Dumb and Dumber? When
Oh, he's the cop?
he's the cop,
Yeah.
right, who drinks the piss. And he also
Yeah.
doesn't he he's a serial killer in There's Something About Mary that Ben Stiller picks
Yes.
up, and he's like, there's 7-minute abs or
Yes.
6-minute abs. I'm doing 5-minute abs. But he's also he's hilarious.
How you doing, Starfish Pony?
And he's a nice guy.
Super nice, super fun. So check Harlan Williams out. A Force of Nature, January 15th. He'll be releasing, it's an album, it's a comedy
New album,
right?
yeah.
New album. A Force of Nature, January 15th. Also, if you're in the Los Angeles area, come check out Dave Anthony. He'll be recording his comedy hour at the Nerd Melt. It's Meltdown Comics, actually, on Melrose, I believe, right?
Yeah, but they call the
it
theater Nerd Melt Theater, I think.
Yeah, the 25th.
He does the Walking the Room with Greg Barrett. And January 25th, 8 p.m., recording a new album. Go support it. That'd be awesome. And
that's a special thing because you guys get to be there for the actual taping.
It is. It's a very special thing. And check out their podcast. And also, there's links to all this stuff at allthingscomedy.com. Right, Jeans?
Yeah.
All right.
You ready? I feel like we have so much
There's so much to do. And since it's a new year and a new journey will begin with your moms and with you, our little mommies, I thought it was appropriate to start this first episode. I'm going to call it the first episode
of 2013.
Of 2013 with a little of this.
Hello, Facebook. Good afternoon. I was sitting here thinking about this new year and how it's the new year all over the land. As I was sitting here pondering that, I picked up a pen and a piece of paper, and these are the words that came to me at that time. May I share them with you, Facebook? Thank you. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest, hallelujah, to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. God, we thank you for the land. We thank you for the land. Hallelujah. And because we have the land, we thank you for the farms. And the song says, "Oh, MacDonald had a farm." Hallelujah. E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm, he had some pigs. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, with an onk here and an onk there. Onk here, everywhere, onk. Oh, MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And God, because we have pigs, there's chillings today on our tables, God. You're so mindful of your people. And we have chillings today, God. Hallelujah. And Louisiana hot sauce. You're mindful, God. You're mindful, God.
This shit is big time.
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand.
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
So much to be thankful for. I thought she said, for the figs. I was like, the figs? But then figs don't go onk.
No.
They don't go onk.
With an onk here and an onk there. Here, onk. She doesn't even know it's oink.
She doesn't know O's. Because she goes, I was pondering. She likes
Holy
to say,
shit.
she's like one of the Braxtons. You know, she goes, I'm going out. She doesn't say the
No, but that's
O.
just that one Braxton girl, right? That's the one.
The one Braxton girl.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That video's all over Facebook now. Some lady,
is it?
yeah, it's been shared like 90,000 times. She's out of her mind.
You know what?
I love it.
God is good, okay? And
I like that
sometimes
there's-
you can't hold back your love for the Lord,
You
man.
can't. You can't. And sometimes it comes out of you in different ways. I like though that she I see the connection between the pigs and and then chitlins because that comes from pigs.
right.
Louisiana hot sauce?
No.
Not connected. And we have a Louisiana hot sauce. And no, you don't. That has nothing to do with that at all.
Right. And Tapatio is delicious. Thank you for our condiments, Lord.
There's forks on our table to eat that shit with.
I got the napkins in my lap, Lord.
Oh my God. You think sometimes you think about how good God is and you don't know how to express it? You just don't know what to say, maybe?
I think people do become overwhelmed with the Spirit.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to because sometimes when you're really grateful, you're
Sure.
there are times when
You don't know who to thank
you're
sometimes,
just
right?
wow, I can't believe I'm so blessed. I've got a husband that plots my murder or stares at me weird and sharts and all. You know what I mean? Thank you, God, for all these blessings. I'm overwhelmed.
And sometimes I realize that you won't know how to articulate that.
Right.
You don't know, what do you say? What do you say? You know?
Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Let everything that have breath do what? God is good, what? And all the time, God is what? Good. He's good. He's good.
That's pretty fired up, right?
She can't even talk. She gives up. Yeah.
But I think the question you would pose there is, how good?
Right.
You know?
He's good. Woo. He's Goody, 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 goody. He's good. God is good all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not
Sometimes?
talking about sometimes God is good.
Not sometimes.
No.
But he's good all the time.
How good?
He's like Campbell soup.
Soup is good.
He's good.
That's
brilliant.
That's really
dude.
good. That is like,
Come on now.
that's other level.
That's other level. Like, do you think she sat down with pen and paper
No.
and was like, today I'm going to go in?
That's
and
the
I'm gonna-"
thing. Is that when the spirit comes in,
Right.
you don't put pen to paper.
That was God channeling through her. But what flavors of Campbell's soup is he?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, are you really going to compare
I'm
flavors?
not talking about that chicken noodle soup. I'm not talking about that mixed soup. And I'm not talking about that tomato soup. That mixed carrot soup.
Mixed
Not
carrots,
mixed
bullshit.
God's like Campbell soup. He's so no good. Hallelujah.
How amazing is that?
That's really fantastic.
Do you, because I saw that video and like the Reverend in the back is like laughing. Like, do you
Oh,
think
yeah.
that you'd be able to control yourself if you were there watching that?
Hell no.
You
I
would be
think
like, this is crazy.
I would be passed out in the aisle. They'd have paramedics coming in to carry me out of there. And I think other people in that audience are the same way. They're falling
like,
down. Yeah.
What is going on with
And
her?
then some people are like, fuck, you're on point with this right now, you know?
She is on. I agree.
I mean, and also if I mean, it is a very appropriate description of how good God is.
that's right. What flavor is he? I don't know if we decided.
I don't know if he's a flavor. I just know that he's good.
I feel my help now. I feel my help now. Yeah. I feel my help. Yeah. I feel my help. Help, Lord. Help, Lord. Help, Lord. Help. When I need a chicken soup, I need help, Lord. Help. When I need a tomato soup, I need help, Lord. Help. When I eat the carrot soup, I need help, Lord. Help. Any kind of food I eat, God, I need help, Lord. Help, Lord.
Yep.
Help, Lord.
Yep.
Help, Lord.
He doesn't really add much.
No, he doesn't really add
Eh,
much. Yeah, but that's fantastic.
really amazing. Huh?
She threw in bikes.
Bikes. That's so weird.
So weird. She said that on her own.
yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
she's carried away with the spirit, man.
Yeah. So
That was pretty cool.
That was awesome. That was a great find. You got
Yeah, that was
sent that one.
My friend on Facebook in Atlanta posted it actually, and I thought, well, this is a treasure. We can't keep this from our listeners.
Of course not.
good.
No way, man.
Why people never get carried away like that? I really wish we did, though.
Yeah, I know.
That's like so unfortunate. Black people really feel the spirit, and then they sing and they shout and they jump and they dance.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of like what makes it contagious is the not just his presence, but seeing somebody get really excited.
Yeah.
I mean, if at my church somebody was going to talk about Campbell soup and God and stuff and the same,
I'd go every
be like,
day.
yo, we got. I mean, it'd be like getting tickets. I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, do you have tickets to the show Sunday?
Yeah,
You know,
because church is not that exciting.
white church,
Yeah, no, definitely not
boring.
white church.
Actually, it's painful.
It is painful.
You're like, ugh,
Stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Like, oh, come on, dude.
gotta go to white church again.
Come here to exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much.
Show me somebody like singing and
Getting carried away with the spirit.
Yeah.
But white people don't like to get carried away.
The only thing about the white church, though, they figured out the time because a lot of white church, like Catholic church, is an hour tops. Sometimes it's a little under for Sunday service. Some of these black churches go like 3, 4, 5 hours.
I've heard black comics joke about that.
Yeah.
I forget what movie. Like
I
Medea
have-
movies joke about it too.
I had a friend in college that would go and he'd be like, I'll see you guys like this evening. And he was getting up at like 8 or 9. Yeah.
Why do you do? I guess they sing.
It's
they
a
sing
whole day of
lot
worship.
and-
Yeah. It's just all day, man.
Wow, maybe we should check one out.
For 9 hours?
Now, let's just go for like an hour and
We got to get dressed up, and I don't have any purple.
I know they know that. It's Steve Harvey, right? He wears purple.
You have to wear something from the Steve Harvey collection to go to a black church.
Is that right?
It's part of the rules, yeah.
Shit.
So, by the way, you didn't really, I haven't gotten to speak about this since I've been there. I was in Chicago last week.
Yeah. So how did you love it? Did you?
You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it because I was telling them without question every time I mentioned I was going to go to Chicago. You were like, you got to have the chicken Asiago.
I'm sorry, it's Asiago chicken. I don't think it's chicken
all right.
Asiago. I don't think Luke at the Chicago Improv would appreciate you saying it.
Butchering the name like that?
Yeah.
You were like, every single... I'm like, so I'll be in Chicago. You got to get the Asiago chicken. And I was like, Jesus, man.
And,
Did you bathe in this shit or something?
And I didn't even realize I was doing it. I think by like the fourth time you mentioned it, and I was like, you have to have the... I completely top dogged it where I forgot what I had said.
What's
to
that,
you.
buddy?
Yeah. Because it's so fucking good.
I'm going to tell you the truth. It was really good. Now, when I was there, I told him I was working out, being really healthy, and I was eating very healthy. Mm-hmm. So I told him that before I ordered it, and Luke was like, I go, so is it like really healthy? And he was like, it's really good. And I was like, so I shouldn't have. So I, on purpose, ordered a portion and multiple plates so that the other comics could try it.
Smart.
And here was the verdict. It was fucking awesome.
Yo, right?
Yeah. It's not like a post-workout meal.
No.
Like, you don't want to eat it like after you run and you're like, I feel really... But
can I tell you when that shit's good to eat? After shows around 2 a.m. in your hotel room and you've been drinking?
Sure.
And Luke would give me a box of that to go.
Oh, yeah.
And I would just put... Because it comes... First of all, it's a fried cutlet of chicken. It's like... what is it in English?
Like milanesa.
Rontotush. Hungarian, but it's like, Wiener Schnitzel. It's Wiener Schnitzel.
Right, flat, like you pound out the chicken, right? Some egg, some yolk or egg white,
it
flour.
Goes flour, egg, and then breadcrumb.
Right.
And then you fry it.
That. It's but
to die for.
He makes a sauce.
That's what it is.
And that's the sauces are if you like rich food, if you like French food, you know that like sauce is what it's all about, And
it's like creamy and it's got a little bit of a tang.
Yes.
And he puts it on top of that chicken.
Juice.
Oh,
you get that juice in
girl.
there. Yeah.
I would take that shit in a box back to my hotel room in Schaumburg and just like sit like a fat ass.
I also,
I love my Asiago chicken.
I was going to say, that's also that Asiago chicken is really good for probably burying feelings.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Who's lonely when you've got Asiago chicken?
And it has some type of, he makes it with, you have some veggies, but you get
green beans and tomatoes.
But you also get, he made some, isn't there like mashed potato that sits on it?
It goes on a bed of mashed potato.
Yeah.
And then green beans and then little cherry tomatoes. Just a couple of them.
He really hit it out of, but the key is the sauce.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And I recommend to the people of the greater Chicago area, if you go out to Schaumburg and you go to the Chicago Improv, get the Asiago chicken. Yeah. And I also recommend that the improvs that have stolen the fucking recipe prepare it correctly. Because apparently there's people that are like, yeah, this is a really good recipe. Let me put my little fucking bit of genius on it. And they're adding like lemon juice and like, you know what would be neat if we flavored it up? And what if I threw some pennies in there?
No.
Give it a little extra flavor.
Little tang,
no, we're good.
Yeah.
So do it the right way. Do it Luke's way, if I can be so bold.
Wow, you just did.
And I'm going to write a letter to the Improv booking office.
I wish you would, man. Because that dish, I seriously look forward to it now.
No shit.
It's so amazing.
You also told me, I told you I was going to get a haircut, and you said, you're going to get your haircut in fucking Schaumburg? And I was like, I said, yeah. And you're like, Tommy, you can't do that. And I was like, why not? You're like, look around you. You can't look at those people. And I said,
I didn't say, look at those people.
You're like, look at those fucks walking around.
No, I did not. What I say is that when you have someone you like in LA that does your hair professionally, you just go to one person because you know what you're going to get. But
and
if
they're
you
not going to fuck up your steez.
If you go to Schaumburg and then you're like, oh, who's this guy? And he just cuts your hair all whack, and then you got a whack ass haircut.
But you did throw in all right, if you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
ask Luke where he gets his haircut.
Right, the manager at the club.
At the
there.
club,
Yeah.
and you're like, that guy's got a nice mop on his head.
He has
And
a
I was
great
like-
haircut.
I said, all right. So I saw Luke, and I said, look, my wife said there's a bunch of fucktards walking around here.
I
with
did
their
not call people Schoenberg fucktards.
You said you want to look like one of those assholes.
Oh my
Ask
God,
Luke where he
babe.
gets his haircut,
my
and Luke goes supercuts. And I was like, what? But he goes, I got a coupon, so I don't have to pay the $10. I can get my haircut for $6.50.
That's amazing.
So he has a $6.50 haircut.
Well, I tell you what, Luke looks amazing and good
Yeah.
for him, but he knows what he likes and he sticks to that.
Yeah, yeah.
$6. Women never pay $6 for a haircut.
Absolutely not. No, men
I
all the
pay
time.
a small fortune.
I went to a barber shop. I ended up going to a barber shop, which I have really bad. I've had really bad experiences with barber shops
Why?
because, like, I have shitty hair.
You have fur.
No, I don't. I
hair
have delicate,
fur.
thin hair, and I also have it growing in like 5 different directions. Like, it doesn't grow.
Yes, yes.
So I actually need somebody that knows a little something about that and can actually shape it. I need a stylist, or I just like shave it down.
Yeah.
So like when I was in high school, I would just throw on the 3-guard and just shave it down. Oh, that's what I did. I mean, it didn't.
Well,
really
I know
matter.
what you're saying because in the back of your head, you kind of have that swirly twirly.
Well, here, but then
whirlpool.
even here it grows funny. Like it just
Yeah.
grows, and so I'll go to a barber shop and be like, "Hey, can you just clean up like the side?" Like I'll ask them to not fuck with the hair, but like, "Hey, here it's getting bushy. It's over my ears here.
Yeah.
Can you just clean it up?"
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Yeah, no problem." And then they start talking to each other because that's what happens
Yep.
at barber shops. It's like,
Yep.
"You see, Tony he came through. Guy
Yeah.
said he was gonna get a haircut. He never gets a haircut. You can't park over here anymore. You see, they moved all the spots." And you're like, "Yeah." And you're just listening to these assholes talk. And then 20 minutes later, you look in the mirror and you're like, "Did I ask you to give me an Eddie Munster
right,
haircut?"
right with a widow's
And
peak.
they're like, "You look great." And you're like, "This is the worst haircut I've ever had." But I get stubborn, and if I'll be on the road, I was like, my hair was just too long. It was making me crazy. I should have waited. I went to a barber shop. I was absolutely just freaking. Like I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't be doing this." It's like I couldn't resist my own, temptation to do. Like I knew it wasn't good for me. It was like bad food.
No, it's more like too. You know where your hair gets so ugly.
Yeah.
Like sometimes my roots grow out so bad that I'm like, all right, this is the breaking point. Like some
Yeah.
shit's got. I can't look at myself in the mirror.
And you just
right
go
now.
do something,
And you
even
just
though it's kind of
do
reckless,
it.
right?
Yeah, you're like,
But you
I
have
just
a
gotta-
weave. You don't even have real hair.
Well, the tracks get,
Yeah.
I got to redo my tracks, my braids under.
Is that
the
Indian
wig.
hair? That's what you have?
Yeah. I buy,
really nice.
Asian girls, little babies,
Yeah.
Asian babies, and then I bleach the hair. Mm-hmm. But anyway, you know what the equivalent of that for women is when you go and you get like a pedicure.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of fucking, Vietnam works in the shop.
Yeah.
And they're half paying attention and they're gossiping like,
And they're
and they're yelling at each
jamming
other.
metal into your...
Well, that's what happened to me. And this one woman was like, like talking to this woman next to her.
Perfect Vietnamese.
Do you like it?
Perfect. And you know what? Not offensive. Doesn't feel like you're mocking them. Very nice.
A chang, a chang, a chang, a chang,
A chang, chang.
That-
Yeah.
yeah, Dave Chappelle's Asian guy. So this broad, I remember she was cutting my big toe,
Mm-hmm.
and she really laid into it, and she ripped off a sliver of my nail. And I remember I came home that night,
Yeah.
and I was like, I feel something's wrong. That toe's gonna be infected. And sure enough, I got like a mild fever that night, and it ended up costing me $300
For that pedicure.
for the fucking pedicure. And it was a clean place. It wasn't that. It was that she was too vigorous.
Yeah.
And she was talking to
Yeah,
her friends. And she
sure.
wasn't paying attention. $300. The doctors, the penicillin, the whole I won't do it again.
No pedicures again?
Well, I do it, but what I do now is I watch them and I go and I feel them starting to get aggressive with me.
Yeah.
And I go, cut it out. I'm really forceful.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to, because the thing is, they don't really need to be cutting and pulling the
Yeah.
skin. What are you pushing back
Yeah.
cuticles and I've never done that in my whole life. So it's fine.
Do you think the solution is, I think what I picked up on is address them like a dog. Hey, stop that.
Hey, stupid.
Sit down.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Come on, man. I have to sometimes be forceful because they like to, oh, no, it's okay. I know her. And like, no, you are hurting me.
You are hurting, yeah.
Because sometimes they make you bleed. And I'll be like, hey, I'm bleeding. And she goes, okay, no problem. I'll fix it. And you're like, no, you're not listening. I'm bleeding.
Like when somebody
Stop.
says, no, it's okay. And you're like, no, it's not. I'm telling you it's not okay. And they're like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, there's blood on the cotton ball. Why is that okay?
It's fine.
No, take care of you, no problem. Put alcohol. Like, no, don't.
We went to that Thai massage place one time where the lady was like really fucking laying into me. And I was like, ow. And she was like,
ow, when you audibly gasp.
Like, she's like, and she would say, hurt now, better later.
Right.
And I was like, no, it hurts. Hurt now, better later. And I was like, just, how about no hurt now and still better later? Like,
How about you stop hurting me?
yeah, it's too, what you're doing. My shin has no muscle or tissue around it. Can you not push as hard as you can on my shins? Ow. I'm going to cry like a baby. Hurt now, better later.
Or they laugh at you sometimes. So yeah.
If you're like, they're like,
Because I think that's the Thai ladies are so courteous.
yeah,
That they laugh at everything you say.
everything.
So I'll be like, can you please turn the heat up? Okay, I turn the heat up. And you're like, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
It's just simple, can you turn over, please? You're like, who's laugh? It's like Chewy. Remember when Chewy would laugh?
Yeah.
It's like a dumb girl nervous tick.
Yeah, I put the bags go in the trunk. You're like, what? I've asked them before, like, what's so funny? And then they just don't say anything.
You've asked them the Thais?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, but like, what are you laughing at? And they're like, she said that you didn't come back later. Yeah, all right.
They're just high on life, maybe.
Yeah.
Happy with life. It's a cultural thing.
They're sweet. They're
They
nice
are.
people.
That's what you know what it is. Listen to us.
It's sweetness.
I am shitting on people who are sweet to me
You're fucking
right now. Yeah.
laughing. You're smiling all the time. Yeah, that is true.
That's how much of a dick I am.
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that telling? What a fucking piece of shit. Anyways, listen, we didn't even tell our listeners what happened the Friday we left, or was it Friday we left for San Francisco?
Oh my God. Well, you made this new shake.
I forgot that's what caused it.
Yeah. Well, it was the third time I'd had the shake.
Okay, well, here's what it is. No. Bert Kreischer and Leanne, his wife, they just lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did Bert lose? Because he's such a fat fuck. I mean, he was a real pig.
Boozing and fucking eating garbage all the time.
Like all of us do on the road.
Yeah, but he's another level. Let's not act like
Bert's
like
an
everybody.
animal.
Yeah.
No, Bert's the animal. So
yeah, he's a pig.
So Leanne was telling me about this diet where you drink like 2 almond milk shakes a day. So it's almond milk mixed with like whey powder, whey protein, and then like super green powder that you get at Trader Joe's. And then you put blueberries and then you blend it. So I gave it to Tommy. And how many did you drink before?
No, well, I'm saying we've been juicing. We've been having regular juice. But then this one that you are talking about, the first time I had it, it was a new, right? It had the fruit,
powders.
the powders. I had it, and within 10 minutes, I was like, oh, I was like, I got to shit.
Yes.
And I went and shit, and it was just like a water explosive shit. Just to be courteous.
Next stop, Brown Talk. Brown Talk coming up. You've been warned.
You know what makes me... You know what really gets me?
What?
Is the sound of the poop coming out. I don't know why. It really makes me laugh.
You really like that, huh?
Yeah.
You like poop sounds? It's so weird, huh?
I don't know why.
Why do you like poop sounds?
It gets me every time.
That's weird.
It's so gross. Because I know how miserable that feels right now.
Yeah. So you gave me this shake.
Yeah.
And it was immediate shit. The second time I had it, it was like a day later, you're like, here's a shake. I drank it. Dude, same thing. I was like, well, and it was like, there's a difference between when we do the all natural juice. Sometimes you're like, oh, my shit's changing a little bit. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like I would drink the all natural juice. I'm talking about without the powder or anything. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't drink that and be like, oh my God, I have to shit right now. It wasn't like that.
the danger with the shake thing is that it's that green powder is what does it, and it causes a panicked shit. It's like within an hour of drinking it, you have to shit. So,
and for me, I'm talking 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, you need to plan your life around it, kind of.
Yeah, it's because that super fiber powder.
I know, but sorry. So go ahead. I interrupted.
No. You gave me the one right before the day we're going to leave.
Right.
San Francisco. I have one. You go. We only have one bathroom. You go in to shit, and I think you announced it. I'm going to take a shit now.
Just to let you know, because sometimes you knock on the door and you're like, I got to shit now. And I'm like, yeah, but I tapped it. I'm in there.
Well, I had already shit. So that was what was interesting. I had already shit. I had my morning shit. I was fine.
Okay.
I drink the shake. You're in the bathroom. Within a couple of minutes, I feel a fart coming. I go to fart, and it's not a fart.
Oh, my God.
I sharted in our kitchen. Standing there in nothing but underwear. I was with my boxer, and I didn't even know I sharted yet. I just went like, I was just like, ooh, that was different. And then I reached back, and here's the thing: it was all water. You know, it was just brown.
But how
water.
did you know it was different?
I was just feel? Just that feeling like there was no noise there. There's no fart noise. I was like, ooh, what was that? And then I reached back and it's all wet around my ass. And I'm like, no way.
So you got poo in your hand?
Well, I didn't even believe it at first. I was like, no. And I went back again and I touched it and it was like notably wet. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That's when I was like, babe. And you're like, come on, I'm taking a shit. And I was like, I just shit myself. And you're like, what? And I go, I just sharted in here. And then you started laughing when you were shitting. It was bad.
But what did you do? Because you were in your boxer shorts and t-shirt.
I just stood there. And waited. I knew there wasn't like a load came out. And it wasn't running down. It was just like, it just came out in a quick burst, like a little bit. Soaked that underwear, that little back. That wasn't the whole back side, but a little spot. And then I just waited. And then I went in the bathroom after you left, took the boxers off, sat down, all water again. That was the last time I had the mean green powder.
I know.
It just went right through me every time.
No, but then I noticed. What did you do with the panties?
I put them in the garbage that's in the bathroom, which is an open.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Well, it's really just like a small wicker basket.
Yeah.
And you decided to put your shitty
shorts,
filthy underwear in an open.
It was really a holding place for them. I was going to dispose of them, which I did.
Did you?
Yeah, because where am I going to put them in that moment? In the moment, I need a shower. I'm not going to put them on the floor.
Yeah, but you're making it sound like it was there for like hours after.
No, it wasn't. It was there for maybe an hour. And then I put it in the main trash.
Well, because I didn't want to bust your chops, but in my head I was like, well, we're leaving town for like a month.
I threw it away, of course.
And then the shit would fester.
I wasn't ever planning on leaving it there. I was just going to...
And then ants would probably come, or maybe rodents.
I thought you were going to wash them for me.
Yeah, right. You don't wash them when you shart?
Well, that one dry cleaner told us that you do wash shit stains is fine.
What are you talking about?
We had a listener... right into us all about...
right. I remember that one.
And they were like, dude, shit's no big deal. It comes out, no problem. They said what doesn't happen, what doesn't come out is puke. If you puke on stuff, throw it away. But I threw them away anyways.
Well, because I wouldn't want you to put your shit in our washing machine.
Well, I wasn't going to shit into a bucket and throw that in the washing machine.
Right.
I was just going to soak them first and then wash them later.
But where would you soak them?
Now, I'm of the mindset of disposing of stuff
absolutely.
like that.
I'll buy
but
you
I want
new
you
panties.
to wash them for me. That's the dream.
Never,
That's the thought.
Never.
Yeah.
I would never wash your shart panties.
And then to continue in the brown line of discussion.
The brown lane?
Yeah, the brown lane. Let's stay in the brown lane for a second. What disastrous thing happened this morning?
Well, the disaster is I haven't even taken a dump today.
Still?
No.
What?
I flew from Kansas City this morning. I came in, and you went to the bathroom, and then you took a shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then the toilet was running.
No, I hadn't shit yet. I hadn't shit yet. Remember?
Oh, so you haven't shit yet today either?
No, I did, but that's not when. What happened was we were in bed. Right. All I'd done was peed, And you were like, is the toilet running? And I said, yeah.
I have such bad memory today.
Yeah.
I'm too tired.
I went in the bathroom. I took the top off the tank.
Yeah.
And sometimes when the toilet's running, there's like a long, I don't know what the part is called, but it's like a long, metal rod, and it has like a bubble on the end, like
the balloon,
a black rubber ball. So sometimes if you just adjust that running will stop, right?
Right. You like lift up the balloon.
I went to lift it, thing popped right off, snap. But I mean, not just like where you could pop it back; it broke.
Oh man,
so I was like, oh fuck. So I go, well, I don't know how this is going to work. I can't really get it to stop running. I flush it to see if it will flush, and it does. So I'm like, okay, at least that's cool.
Right. Well, because I don't know if you felt this, but when your toilet doesn't work, like immediately I just had panic.
Of course.
Panic.
Of course.
Because in this house, what dumping is a priority. I haven't shit yet. You and I were preparing to go have Korean food.
Yeah.
And I just know what's going to happen after that. And where do you shit and pee?
Yeah.
If your toilet's broken.
It's a real issue.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. I wasn't really.
I was terrified.
I was really nervous too. So when I saw that it flushed, though, I go, oh, okay, like maybe this is not, because I don't fucking know anything about plumbing, right? I'm like, this will still work, fine. I shit, and it flushes, and I go, cool. Then I tell you,
well,
at least it flushes.
Good. We're all
good.
safe. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shower. I go to take a shower. I get naked. I'm stepping in the shower, and I look down on the floor just as I'm stepping down. There's water gathering around one of my feet. And I look, and there's water like growing,
like the blob,
accumulating all around the floor, coming from the toilet. And I go, oh shit!
I know. I hear you go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm like, what? Oh no! I thought there was brown everywhere.
No, there wasn't. Thank God there wasn't brown. But I see the water come, and then I'm like, all I know is that there's a water shutoff valve outside. So,
but isn't there nothing scarier than your toilet overflowing?
Oh my God. And it's not overflowing. It's just
everywhere.
The worst part is like overflow. I've had toilets overflow, and I've just pumped.
Right.
I've done the plunger, and then it goes down. You're like, oh, like you save it. It's coming out the back of the toilet.
We don't even know what to do.
So I throw a towel around my little pecker, and I run outside holding a towel.
Today too. It's like 40 degrees.
I run outside barefoot, towel around, and I shut the water off. And I'm just like, all right, I don't know what to do at this point. I know nothing about this. I just called the guy, the landlord, and I'm like, toilet's overflowed, shit's running. He took care of it.
He's great.
Yeah, he really took care of it.
Yeah, he's great.
And now the cabinet door broke in the kitchen.
And our dishwasher's broken
work.
too.
The new dishwasher doesn't work. But
Casa de Mommy is falling apart in 2013
it's
right
like
now.
The Money Pit movie. Like shit, everything's going wrong.
Thank God we don't own, right? That's
Thank
the
God.
only thing. Not my problem. Someone else deal with it. That's why I rent.
There's so much stuff that we didn't get to talk about. The holidays, we got to go spend them with my family.
Oh my gosh. How much fun was that? That was a great time, James. I had a lot of fun.
Obviously, one of the things that many of our listeners have enjoyed and has become a regular part of the show is my lunatic sister Maria's Starbucks order. And we went on Christmas Day to Starbucks.
Right.
And just as we walked in, you gave me the nod. You were like, oh my God, you got to
Yeah, why aren't we recording?
record Maria ordering Starbucks.
Right.
So,
it was like a last minute impromptu, like, oh my God, she's doing it. We have to record
and
it.
we have new intro for anytime Maria or Jane are on the show. Would you like to hear it?
I'm dying to hear it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Seriously? 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 Oh my God.
You take your fucking scissors.
Oh my God.
Use your pudgy fucking monkey hands.
Seriously?
Cut the box open, cut a hole in it, and pour it in the goddamn bottle.
Oh my God. Seriously?
How amazing is that?
I love it. I could listen to it all day.
Ryan Match, again, man. The Match
Thank
man.
you, Ryan.
He is so good at this. He's done basically everything that's of awesome production value on this show has been from Ryan Match. The Match man, brilliant. So good. Thank you, Ryan. And we have next week we'll finally have on the show. We've talked about it before. A new segment.
Oh my gosh.
Called Tom or Black.
Now this segment we dreamed up in 2012.
Oh yeah.
This has been a long time coming.
We've been working on it, and we're gonna have it on the next episode, and I'll save all that for then. But just know that that's coming, and Match helped us. He threw together the intro for that too. So anyways, we walked into Starbucks, and this is no shit. We recorded, so you're going to hear it's noisy, but this is Maria ordering her drinks.
Right, and this is real, you guys. This is
it's
not
not
staged.
a plant.
This was like a last minute thing, and we're like,
Pulled
oh my God,
the
it's
phone
happening.
out to order this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, is that going to be all for you then?
No.
I would also like to get, you're going to want to write this down, by the way. It's cold.
Definitely.
It's cold, venti, decaf, soy, sugar-free, caramel, frappuccino light, but with extra caramel drizzle all around the cup, on the top and the bottom. Sugar-free syrups, please. Soy and decaf.
That's so...
It doesn't make sense even.
Yeah.
Did you try that drink?
No,
But then why, if she wants sugar-free, but then she loads the caramel drizzle so that there's sugar...
Are you really going to try to understand this?
I can't wrap my brain around
It's not worth trying to understand.
Yes, with the sugary stuff. But I like heavy caramel sauce around the cup, the top and the bottom. I know it's confusing.
Okay, so far, the soy and the caramel frappuccino light.
And decaf.
Decaf?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And it's got the sugar-free syrup?
That's what the light is.
Okay,
yeah.
and then the heavy caramel sauce everywhere. No whip, please.
Anything else?
Yes.
That was my favorite part. She goes, anything else? She goes, yes.
I'd also like a grande...
You write this down real quick, sorry.
She goes, she's going too fast for this
and
girl.
this girl was like, all right.
I thought you meant like on this.
Oh, no, that one's done.
That one's
So
done.
your next one is...
A grande calm tea, but in a venti cup with 3 raw...
What tea? I'm sorry.
Calm.
Calm tea?
Mm-hmm. With 3 raw sugars, 1 Splenda, and a steamed soy topper.
All right.
And Coke.
Right. David.
I know.
The craziest thing you've
I know. I'm very particular.
She just quit. Merry Christmas. She just quit. Merry Christmas. You guys have a great Christmas.
Quit.
She quit. She goes, I quit.
I quit. And she took the marker and threw it in the air and turned around. I wish she would have actually left and not come back. She came back.
Yeah.
But that moment was one of my favorite. I mean, her face, she looked up, but I started to laugh because I could see it. She was like, what? And then I started laughing, and she was like, I quit. Threw the marker in the air. God damn it, that was so much fun.
I know. They were like, what? And then, and the powder wasn't out that Maria wanted.
Oh, right.
And she goes, I thought I got the vanilla powder. And I was like, there's no vanilla powder.
The thing is that the powder that I like.
I don't even understand. We should have tried the drinks.
Yeah, that
she
was
had.
silly of us, huh?
And but I was like, dude, what is that? I still don't understand what a soy topper is. Or 3 raw sugars and then 1 extra Splenda. That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, we got it, you guys. We got her really doing it to somebody.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome. But what I'm really excited about, and there's so much of this that we're actually going to break it up over a couple weeks because there's just too much of this. But I had we had some interesting talks with Top Dog, and we got the best part, of course, is trying to get Charo to listen so that she gets upset. But I started off with Top Dog, and in a territory that you'll know.
Hey, buddy, it's Top Dog. Hey, buddy, it's Top Dog. Hey, buddy, it's Top Dog.
You need to wipe down.
It's Top Dog.
So, you guys know from previous episodes that Top Dog does not like dual lane McDonald's. This is a real issue with him. Well, I get home, and the first thing my mom tells me is, your father got very upset earlier today. And I was like, what happened? She was like, something about McDonald's. So I run into his little man cave den, and I'm like, dude, what's up? I just wanted to know what was going on at McDonald's, because I thought, I didn't know we would have more incidents.
Right.
Something happened at McDonald's? You said you had I remember you had a thing about them a few months ago about the dual lanes. You don't like them?
Don't like the dual lanes.
What happened today or when was it? Yesterday or today?
Today and today.
What happened?
I went in there to order a coffee.
By the way, world's best coffee according to my dad.
At
Top Dog,
McDonald's.
if you could give him gourmet French press,
not interested.
This is $70 an ounce coffee. He'll be
Right.
like, it's not McDonald's.
And the two cars to the left of me just kept going.
Dual lane?
Yeah. And I was in the right lane. Nobody
Shouldn't have gone there.
Nobody picked up. But the ones on the left kept ordering. So I drove up to where you pay, and I say, nobody. Oh, they must not have picked up. They're supposed to pick up on the inside for that lane. I said, what do you mean? You don't answer for the... I only answer for the first lane. So I called the 800 number.
You called the 800 number?
Oh, my God.
What do you say?
Told him what happened. He said, it's ridiculous. I said, imagine you're in line there and you notice everybody in the left lane being served, and you're the dumb klutz in the right lane because nobody on the inside has figured out that they're supposed to do that.
What did they say?
Sir, we're supposed, on McDonald's, on behalf of McDonald's, we're committed to, to get into the usual PR speech.
Yeah.
Then I do the survey. They ask you to do a survey.
Yeah.
Did it say that the girl really understood it? But no. Okay. And then 2 days ago when I was down on Palm Beach, I stopped off to get a Diet Coke. And I went into the bathroom. There's no soap in the container.
Did you call the 100 number?
Absolutely.
And you told them?
Yeah.
What did they say?
They couldn't believe it. I said, by the way, not that I'm going to report this, but state law says employees must wash their hands when they're using the restroom. That includes soap. So you're really in violation of the state law. I'm going to give you a pass on this one, but you got to do something about it.
Do you have the 800 number memorized?
No.
How do you call it?
On the bag or the box.
He was like Matlock there. He proposed a case. He was like,
what I'm surprised is that he would return to a dual lane McDonald's after multiple incidents. I have these now logged in here as incidents by number. McDonald's incident number 1, 2, 3.
You know what? It is interesting because he's had several mishaps at McDonald's and over the years.
Dual lane.
Dual lane.
Not a fan.
But also in the single lane, I don't know if you remember that incident where one of his favorite employees, I think, disappointed him one time. This was a few years back.
No, it was one of his reliable McDonald's didn't have his favorite employee working.
Correct. Okay.
And said
Okay.
other employee didn't perform up to favorite employee standards. You understand?
Well, I know, but I mean,
Theo?
with all these disappointments, it's like, why are you going back to a place?
Well,
that, you
world's
know?
best coffee.
Oh, right.
They do have the world's best soft drinks. They
do.
Their mixture, their Coke, and their Diet Coke even.
Amazing.
It is outrageously good.
I know. Why? What is the secret? High carbon. I bet they load more sugar in it or something.
There's a mixture, right? Carbonation, and then there's a
there's syrup.
The syrup, and it's always better at McDonald's.
I know. You're right. You're right. The Diet Coke at McDonald's surpasses any. Mm-hmm. Wow. So he calls. I wonder if they know him by now. Like, did they log in the incident reports?
I'm sure. I mean, my mom was telling me for a while they were just getting letters and coupons from McDonald's Corporation at the house over and over.
No, I saw one on the counter when we were there. Yeah. I saw it and thought nothing of it. Like, oh, there's one of Top Dog's, redemption coupons for complaining.
Yeah.
I like how he's like, yeah, you have to have soap. If you don't, you can. Your employees have to wash their hands, and I'm not going to report you this time.
But you got to do something about that. Yeah. He loves catching somebody breaking the rules.
Yeah, he's a watchdog.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that.
Well, the other thing we got to experience was we were in the car after dinner, so you'll forgive the audio being a little less than desirable. And you brought up shitting in the shit when you're at war
in Vietnam. Yes,
Vietnam, and you start and the best part of this is that my mom is also in the car.
I forgot you recorded this. I didn't know you were recording this.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, because I was going to kill you for cutting her off one time.
Oh, sorry.
She was about to react, and you were like, well, "Yeah," and you started talking. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Well, I didn't know you were recording.
I thought you totally knew I was recording.
No,
really?
I have no idea. Sorry, I would have fucking stepped back.
Have the diesel oil in them already, okay? And so then when they would do is that at the end of the day, they would burn it. They would take
Every day?
every day, and they would
Everybody's shit together?
Yeah.
Well, they had multiple of these
But it
things.
all goes like a porta potty.
Right, and then you would burn it, okay, and
It smells terrible. And that's why they call it being in the shit, right? Because it smells like shit.
Did you guys, like, would you try to shit in similar places? Like, if I took a shit here, would you come by the same area? Or you just shit wherever you want to shit?
well, you would around the bush. You just find it. What you do is you dig a hole with your trenching tool, which is a military term for shovel. And remember, when you're in the kind of food you're eating, and because you're burning up so many calories, the size of poops we had were about what a dog does.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, remember, the whole point of this for me is just to get my mom upset. You know, that's why I keep trying to say, so where else did you shit? Did you like to shit
But I
there?
was genuinely curious because I shit in Afghanistan.
Right, and you get to that.
Yeah, and I was like, well, how did you guys shit in Vietnam? I honestly, I didn't know you were taping. I would have fucking... The military food designed to block you up, too. Like, MREs now, they say, are designed to be dense so that you eat once a day. And then
you're supposed to get a lot of calories out of this. So it's called low density food. But basically, nobody ever had, unless they had the runs one time, which was horrible. It was just horrible. But you just didn't have a lot. There wasn't a lot to do. You dig a hole in the ground, you'd squat, you'd do it, and then you cover it up put the dirt back on top of it.
Wait, when's the burning come into play?
This is when you're out in the bush. The burning was you're back in the rear.
Oh, in the rear, okay. Mom? Do you have a comment?
Well, now they have wag bags.
Right there. That is when I wanted to. I was like, oh,
Sorry, I didn't know. I was so Shit into excited. a bag,
Oh.
and then you have to walk your bag
It
of
still
shit
gets
over
good.
to an area that's a fire, and then you have to throw your bag of shit into fire.
Wow.
I did that in Afghanistan. It was horrifying.
And then they stir it, right?
Because the wind caught it.
Yeah.
It didn't make it. It didn't up your caca. So here's what happened. I was on this. What did she say?
You have to pick up your caca?
I did, yeah. Face, and I didn't want to shit, but I had to shit. And they go, well, here's your bag. Go here. And I'm like, what? It's like, just go into this bag. But they put it in the porta potty. So I go into the bag, and then I'm like, well, now what? And the soldier, this Marine, walks me over to a fire. It's a huge fire. And there's a wall, and you have to throw your bag. You have to clear the wall. So that your bag goes.
What happens if it doesn't pack?
It didn't. So the wind catches my bag.
Oh!
And I have to walk up to the shit pile, to
And
the
pick up
burning
your
fire, and
bag.
pick up my shit and throw it again.
Oh my
I had to do it twice, Charles. It was a nightmare.
Oh my God, look at the moon. Please look at the moon.
Look at the moon.
Is that a painting or what?
Did you ever take a shit somewhere weird,
Yeah,
Mom?
pues don't. That's
No, seriously.
no, yeah, honestly, it's not even a tiny bit funny for me that the
She
only
doesn't
conversation.
like that topic. So.
It's the only conversation I have with you guys.
What do you mean?
We don't talk about anything else.
Yeah, we do.
You shit, you not shit, the shit in here, the shit in there. Oh. And you make your fire.
How do you shit in a war? I mean, it's...
But have you ever had a situation, Mom, where you didn't get to shit where you wanted to?
Yes.
Where?
In your bed.
Your bed.
You didn't get to shit in my bed?
I get to shit in your bed. I have to wake you up and I need to shit, so I just shit. And that's what you know. You woke up and you said, oh, it's Christmas.
So we still got a reaction out of her. She said, no, I didn't. I said, when you ever get to shit somewhere you don't, she said, yeah, your bed.
Yeah.
And I said, you didn't? She goes, no, I did. I woke you up. You didn't get up. So then I just shit right there. You said, oh, it's Christmas. So you get a little bit out of it.
She hates when we talk about Brown.
Yeah.
She gets so mad. But
Can-
that's so much fun.
Can you hold this down for a second while I pee?
I had a pee too.
You have to pee too?
Let's pause and pee. Come back. Take a pee break.
Okay, we'll pause and pee.
Okay.
All right, pee break over.
I can't believe the toilet is still running.
I know.
It's
Who do you think peed better right then, you or me?
Oh, I pee way better.
Oh, I peed awesome right now.
Well, how long was your pee?
It was pretty good. I don't know. It was a good size. I mean, I had that coffee. I had
chocolate.
Yeah, and then drinking water too. So
Yeah, but my pee's always more efficient.
how do you know it's more efficient?
I pee faster and I pee more. So, babe, that toilet is going to run all night. You know that. It's gonna
Yeah.
fucking be really. Now it just runs on its own.
I know.
It just goes psh, and then.
Well, I'm gonna have to text him.
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
know.
hate
We'll
this.
figure it
but
out.
Whatever.
Who cares?
All right.
So,
yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh my god,
Being
dude.
home, talking about stuff.
Well, we're home. This is the first time I've been home in a while. Well, both of us together, I guess.
Oh, being here in a while.
Yeah,
Being-
we haven't hung out in the neighborhood. So today we were having coffee, and I finally surrendered because Tom's mother and I, Charo and I, got into watching those like shows about women who just disappear.
Yeah.
Like kidnapping, murder shows. I never watch them because I think that it's like so negative and scary, you know? But your mom got me into them, and now I'm hooked on these horrible shows. So I'm like,
I love them.
do you think you could get less excited when I bring up murder? And like, here's the disturbing part, Tommy. Seriously, Seriouslahh, is that I was telling you about this one episode where this guy like lures young girls in,
Yeah.
like, pretending to be a photographer. I'm
Yeah.
literally, guys, I'm telling Tom the story, and then he lures them in, and then he took this one girl back to a hotel room, and then he raped her, he tied her legs together, and then he crazy glued her eyes shut.
Mhm.
And I'm telling this to Tommy.
Mhm.
And your fucking face, you're like smiling as I'm
No, I'm not smiling.
you were smiling.
No, I was just like,
You were smiling.
no.
Like, oh, and then what? Like, like I was telling you like a fun story, like a Disney story, like, oh, and then the trolls, whatever, and the fox and the hound play together. Like, it was so disturbing that you found it riveting.
Well, it was just I get compelled by crime stories just to see like, oh, what's the rest of the story? So whenever there's like a crime story, I'm always like, well, how did this play out? Like, what are the other details?
But why smile? Like, what's the joy?
I don't remember smiling.
You did. You were like joyful that this.
I wasn't
girl-
joyful that this girl was kidnapped and attacked.
I don't know. I think it gives you too much pleasure. I think one day you're going to kill me, and it's going to be like the highlight of your life.
Oh my god! Highlight of my life?
Maybe
To kill you?
Probably. I'm sure you've thought about it.
Gotta get that life insurance policy.
How would you kill me? Seriously.
Well, that was an interesting conversation we were talking about. One thing that happened when we were in Florida is we drove a number of times on streets where I'm like, this is a really good place to dispose of a body. Even with Top Dog, we went out to a shooting range one day that was way out in the sticks. And it went from like, main road, side street, dirt trail,
Right.
another road, through groves,
Right.
like citrus groves, and then you just see brush and canals.
Swamp. It's just,
Yeah.
Florida is just swamp and places.
And
to dump
that's
a
really how it
body.
came up, as I was like, this would be a great place to dump a body. And he was like, oh yeah. Like they would never find it. He was like, no. If you dumped it in the right place. And he was saying, oh, I'm convinced that there's tons of bodies and cars of people that have never been discovered that are either in canals or out in the brush. See, if you're in a citrus grove, it's going to get discovered. But if you're in like any of the, numerous just brush, like, I don't even know how to, like, almost like not a forest, but just like,
No, they're like smarshy swamp
yeah,
lands.
but sometimes it's not swamp though. It's
And
a
they're-
different
they're
type of
ditchy.
like these hunting kind of, just there's trees and brush and just all kinds of shit.
Terrifying.
You just go, well, you throw a body back there. No one's cutting this stuff down. No one's finding it. And then he was talking about the canals, how great some of those canals are for that. So I was like, yeah, I really had the idea. This would be a great place to ditch a body. So that's just how it, we're talking about. If I took you to Florida, I think that would be a great place to dispose of you. I mean, you have to know, I wouldn't just routinely or just casually pick, oh, I'll just do this canal. I would do my research, find that canal or find like that brush area, do my research, make sure I know where I'm dumping you. You brought up the water, which I thought was really good.
Here's the thing. The climate of Florida is such that a body would probably decompose really quickly because of the humidity and the heat. And there's also a lot of scavenger animals. Like you always see like vultures and shitty, ugly birds eating things in Florida. Florida to me is it's a place to die. It really is. It's where old people go, to get sun and die. It's a death place. And I also thought what I would do for you, because your body is so heavy and I wouldn't have an accomplice. It would just be me. Is that I would take you out on a boat somewhere, poison you, and then tie weights to you. Like make sure that they're really chained on good.
After I'm poisoned.
After you're poisoned, and then I could probably just roll your body off the small boat and then just weight you down, and then you would just stay underwater.
Yeah, I mean it's a good plan,
Right.
But there are layers and complications to your plan.
Oh, what?
Well,
what?
First of all, the idea of you're like I'll take you out on a boat, like you have access to a boat or you have a boat, which you do not. Then you have to get.
I could buy one, and then a year from now.
Okay, so you're buying.
A year from now, when I kill you, I'll take you out in the middle of the night, dude. Nobody would even see.
So you're gonna buy a boat.
A tiny, I'm not saying a yacht, like a little motorboat.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
But you're like, I'm buying a boat,
and then you and I'll be like, Tommy, let's go out. Look at the moon.
Oh,
so
don't
pretty.
mind the weights that are here. I was doing some calf work and I was doing my traps and my calves earlier, and I just put them in the boat.
I cover it with a tarp. And
don't mind the tarp.
Yeah, you're
eat this. You need to eat this right now.
You're such a dope. You'd be like, oh, is it a cupcake? And then you eat it.
And then there's poison in the cupcake.
And then as you're choking on it or dying, I tie the weights to you and I fucking push you over. End of story.
Okay, and then
what are you gonna do?
Right. All right. So hold on. So then
stupid.
You tie weights to me, and then so your boat is docked. Presumably this small motorboat.
Right, yeah.
Where are you?
In the marina, maybe Marina Del Rey.
Right, okay. So you have it docked there.
Are you going to throw up, or do you think you can hold your belches back?
So how like we start to go out, how far out do you poison me? Because when do you poison me on this boating trip? In which direction do you go? You're just going out to sea?
Out to sea.
In a little tiny motorboat that you have no idea how to navigate.
Well, I would learn
this is
over
where the problems.
No, over the course of
are.
a year, I would find a route.
Yeah.
I would perfect this route. I would know it like the back of my hand.
Mhm.
Okay, I would know how many seconds to go straight,
So you would know
seconds
it.
left.
Okay.
So that even if when I was in a panic or I was in the dark, I
Mhm.
could navigate my way back.
Oh, okay.
So I would do dry runs,
Mhm.
and then as soon as like we get into
Dry
the boat,
runs,
as soon as we got into the boat, I'd be like, "Oh, do you want these cupcakes? I made them
I
for
made
you."
these cupcakes. Yeah.
The cupcake, and of course you would eat them so fast because that's what you do. You shove them in your mouth like an angry bear, and then you would just die, and then I'd push you off.
You sound real joyful about your plan.
Because it's a good plan. I think it's a pretty good plan.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's such a good plan.
Why? What's your plan? What are you going to do to
First
kill
of all, I wouldn't give you cupcakes.
Mm.
I would try to enjoy killing you with my bare hands
Mhm.
because that's what like real lovers do.
Sociopaths, yeah.
You know, I would use elbow, fists, and just enjoy it myself.
But that's so messy, dum dum. Because
It's not messy.
well, here's the problem with killing somebody: it's getting rid of the body.
Of course, the messy part is if you use a messy instrument. If I shoot you with a 12 gauge at close range, that's
Terrible,
messy.
yeah.
Axe, chainsaw,
Terrible.
bat. Yeah, that's a lot of cleanup. Snap your neck in my hands, not so messy. Then I would. The other thing is, if you dispose of a body with clothes, so I would cut your tits off. I would cut.
Okay, all right.
your
Babe, why do you have
and
to
your
cut my
feet
tits off separate? That's
Just
so
to
rude.
Separate things.
What could I have done to anger you?
You haven't done anything to anger me. I'm just talking. This is a scenario that doesn't exist.
Wait, but why are you killing me violently? Like
I'm not.
I at least I'm poisoning you. It's going to be quick,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to dump you in the water.
Well, if I don't do it like violently, where's the fun? Fun goes away.
The torture.
Yeah.
You like to torture me.
Of course. And I would take you to Florida, and then I would dump you in a marsh swampland or canal that I had done some research on. No one's finding
The
you.
whole body.
Yeah.
You wouldn't cut me up into pieces?
I mean, I'd cut your tits off. I'd cut your hands and your feet off, but then the rest of you there. And then I would report you missing like 3 weeks later. I'd be like, oh, yesterday she went to the store. And then, one of those things.
You know something? I'm going to revise my plan.
Mm-hmm.
I would drop you off. Remember when we were in Florida and we saw those sharks? Oh, you weren't there. with me.
Sharks?
There were sharks in the water in Florida. I would learn the routes in my boat, and then I would drop you off where all the sharks are, but I wouldn't poison you yet. I would just give you the cupcake and then push you in so that you'd still be awake for when the sharks tear you apart.
Terrible plan.
I'd chum you first.
Well, the best part is
I'd
that
chum you.
we did get to have this conversation. Some of it when we were at my parents' place. And my dad weighed in on stuff, but he was also watching a football game. But the best part, again, was that my mother was in the room, and she wasn't really saying anything, and then we insisted on getting a comment from her. So we do have a little bit of that, too. Mom?
It's such a dumb conversation. I find out that it's much easier to win talk.
Why?
Just kill each other, that's all.
We're not talking about shit. I thought you'd be happy.
No, it's killing. Huge improvement.
Well,
I think it's so serious.
No, I don't think it's believe this, I don't think
it's a very good idea. The way I would do is I would take your mind in the road.
That's Tommy, not me.
Oh, God.
where do you think Dad would dispose of you? In the fields or in the water?
I would be gone, but I don't know. Whatever makes you happy. I would be fine.
And what would your preferred method be if you were going to do it, Mom?
To kill?
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't cross my mind, but it's not important.
Gun? Not a gun.
Absolutely zero.
Cement block to the back of someone's
I'm
head?
in favor of putting people in jail
Yeah.
in a room that is 8 by 8 with no windows.
Yeah.
And that's a way to pay for the crime.
Yeah.
I think it really is torture.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They have that.
He says they have it, but why? They should have it in all the jail zones. There wouldn't be so much crime.
Oh, come on, Shaw, you can't let yourself get sacked right now.
What did he just say?
I think that was the Outback Bowl was on.
Oh, okay.
So he was like Connor Shaw. He was like, come on, Shaw, you can't let yourself get sacked like that. And Charo, what she was trying to say was kind of lost there a little bit, was that she was basically saying I'm not in favor of the death penalty.
Oh, she prefer people to rot in jail. Yeah,
Right.
Of
'Cause
course.
she doesn't want to kill people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But anyways,
Well-
I think I'd kill you first.
You think you're going to kill me first?
I mean, in our scenario, I think mine is better, and that I would end up killing you first. It's
That's
better.
so dumb because I actually talked to a guy who is in the military too,
Mhm.
in San Jose, and he told me a really good way because disposing of the body is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
He suggested that I get a wood chipper and then I put on the back of my car the wood chipper, you know, and then cut you up and then drive with the wood chipper, and then it would disperse
Yeah.
your body parts everywhere.
Yeah, and that seems like a really easy, not complicated setup too. It's just,
Well,
you know, just get that wood chipper, just set it up on the back of your vehicle, and then
spray your parts everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I could totally see you getting a wood chipper and then just using it, attaching it to your car, and putting the body in. Yeah, good
I
idea.
don't think I could saw somebody. Or I could get lye. This guy told me that lye is good because it just eats, it's a chemical that you put on the body and then it just eats it up.
I think another thing would be like an incinerator, like a really.
If you could get your hands on
right.
one.
Now, you'd have to, and here's the other thing is like also with the boating, the way that they get a lot of these people that do the things we're talking about is if that's not in their normal pattern. In other words,
Right.
if you get a boat, you better take that boat out all the time for a while. So
Like
people
I
are like,
said.
oh yeah, like this is a regular boater.
Yeah.
Incinerator, not a big deal if you use it all. People are, oh yeah, well he always uses that, you know, to dispose of this and that. So I could get one of those, but then I just gotta, you know, I gotta start using it.
Public service announcement. I've
Yeah.
been doing my research on these shows about women getting kidnapped. Apparently, the common denominator is women out jogging at night alone, or women going out hiking alone, even in the middle of the day. And don't fucking talk to strangers, guys. Do not let these guys, like the photography guy was like, come back to my car. I'm going to
Yeah.
show you and just don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
And don't go out alone hiking in wooded areas or jogging at night or walking at night alone.
I gotta do this stuff.
Yeah, great.
I gotta start doing that.
Okay, enough. I bought mace on the internet. I'm carrying mace from now on.
With me?
Not you, just in life. I gotta fucking mace people down.
All right. Well, this was great. It's good to be back. We have a lot of fun things planned for this year. I mean, this show has changed a lot of things for us. It's been the most fun and rewarding thing we've done, and we're so lucky to have you guys as listeners. And we're going to try to do some live podcasts on the road.
Yes.
We're going to try to do a couple of live stand-up shows together. We don't get to tour together a lot. Obviously, if you listen to the show, we're always in different cities, but we're going to try to do a few together. I don't want to say any more than that because we don't have it locked down, but we were already in the planning phase right now. And, we have a couple other cool things planned that will they'll come. They're developing. So that's that. Thank you for listening. Yeah. Thank you for supporting us and being the mommies that you are. Please go to yourmomshousepodcast.com. That's the headquarters for us. Check out the Facebook page. If you go to facebook.com/yourmomshousepodcast, it's like a fun little forum. People vote on the polls and all that stuff that we do there. And don't forget, come check me out this week in Baltimore. If you're in Baltimore, at Magoobies. And what else? Anything else?
I think just that we love you, and always keep your jeans as high and tight as you possibly can. Up over your head. Reach for the stars.
Look
in your
out
jeans.
your zipper hole.
We love you, mommies.
We love you. Bye, guys.
Bye, meow.
I have a song for you I'd like to do that. I'd like to go to the bar.
Plug in my iPod and listen to him talk trash on that.
You're talking about your mom's house.
Podcast, stop that. Laughing ain't gonna happen. The fix for a piss poor day. This gay discourse of mixed sorts. Get the pitchforks and listen while you bell. Hey, you're in jail, laying with your Puerto Rican cellmate. Or when you tailgate, listen before the game starts. Play cards, listen while you're shoplifting at Kmart. Honest, I mean it, it's not a big secret. I'm often seated in the kitchen, listening to Tom and Christina at the end of a rough day. Get among the drink, get my nut shaved. If I'm lucky, get a dental update. Just great, like the devil loves flames, like the devil loves heavy metal women who love snakes. This is just a thing to help your nerves and calm down.
How you like me now, bitch?
Welcome to your mom's house.
Something for them fiends, something for them fiends, fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house.
Got the kitchen, man. Got the kitchen, man. Got the fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house.
Something for them fiends, something for them fiends, fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house.
Got the kitchen, man. Got the kitchen, man. Got the fresh.
Welcome to your mom's house. Your mom's house. Starring Christina Prashitsky and Tom Segura. With special appearance by Top Dog.
It actually happened in the Orlando airport once.
And Joe Double.
Is there anything worse on the planet than an inspiring white rapper?
Yeah. Your mom's house. Your mom's house.
Something for them fiends, fresh out the kitchen, man.